This conference will now be recorded.
It being 6 p.m. on October 8th, 2025, we'll bring the Tilton Budget Committee meeting to order. We'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, great. So we've got, are all these yellow
Those are
are the ones that we have in the
Yes.
package? Okay. So what we'll do is we'll have Tim give us a little rundown on the town budget, and then we will do the minutes and figure out a schedule for these agencies. Does that sound good?
perfect.
Okay.
That's why you're the chair.
All right, Tim Pearson.
Okay, great. All right. And I know I'm being timed, so I will be quick. So first of all, for the 2025 budget, which is what I'm going to be talking about primarily, just to bring you up to date where we are this year. So as of the end of the third quarter, about 6.7% under expense and 8.2% under revenue, which is not unusual. It's about the same kind of proportion each year. A lot of the revenue comes in December. We get our largest piece of revenue, the rooms and meals tax, is usually at the very end of December, part of the state revenues. So, and bottom line is that we're on track for the year. We're looking good. Some of the highlights in there, just very briefly, that as you know, we increased the land use fee schedules for permits and other fees. And that's seen a dramatic increase in revenues. In fact, from the original budget for this year, it's almost twice that through the end of the third quarter, and it'll exceed that through the end of the year. And they are a self-sustaining department now, so their revenues cover all their costs and then some. The other one is, you look through the report that I provided. The one budget that is over budget right now is in health and welfare, and that's because there was a change made to the welfare position, making it expanding its hours from 20 to 34 hours. So that resulted in some over budget for salary items in that budget. As far as other revenues go, we look to be right on track through the end of the year, as I mentioned, and we've had some really great successes with grants. You all are aware of the savings from the original estimates on the bridge. We're saving about $1.2 million. We've just recently been awarded a grant for 80% of a diesel truck through the diesel truck program, the VW settlement, if you will, and that's $229,600. We had almost $36,000 of MDTs, $9,000 worth of speed gear for the PD, other programs for the PD, and about almost another $9,000. And as you're aware, with Academy Street, even though it's not going to be done this calendar year, we look to be saving maybe $200,000 over the original estimates there, because it's going to be done by our DPW department. So in any event, other items in the budget, right now we have one patrol position open. Otherwise, we're fully staffed. There is one 5-hour-a-week part-time transfer station attendant that is open, but it's undetermined whether that's going to be, again, budgeted or filled for next year. And then there was a land use consultant that was hired for some temporary work to work on the master plan, some amendments, and basically get some of the rules and regulations that we have in line, so that we can take advantage of impact fees and grant opportunities, because our master plan is so old, it is going to prohibit us from accessing certain state grant monies. Outside of that, the big projects that are going on right now, you're probably familiar with the paving projects. Morrison was redone. There'll be a top coat put on Morrison, a second coat for Morrison and Grant, and then the tree streets of Maple, Poplar, and Highland Extension are being done. And that's all coming out of either the remainder of the ARPA monies or the Roads, Streets, Bridges Capital Reserve Fund. There's a new impound lot that should be finished in the next month or so behind the PD, and that was covered with grant money that we received from the county some time ago. We have one deeded property that we expect to be satisfied this fall. And then we have donations from Lowe's to be able to provide all the material to redo the senior center floor, which is in disrepair, that our DPW department will be working on. For 2026, we're still waiting on information on insurances, property liability, health, unemployment, and workers' comp. And then there's some other fine tuning that we have to do, but we're making good progress. The selectmen will be reviewing the details, and then we're still planning on hopefully having the board will approve their budget, and that we can present it to the budget committee in the beginning of November. Of course, you're welcome to it anytime you like to see it, but as I said, there's still some holes in it as we speak. So you have in front of you the financial summary report as of 10/8, and you can see through all the line items. There are some areas that are under budget. In IT, we have a number of things that get paid out in December. So our largest software is one of them that's I think it's November actually. So there are some areas that they look under budget, but they're not going to be by the end of the year. I expect we're going to be pretty much on point for both. We did add about $30 million to our equalized value for tax purposes, and so that should help a little bit at tax rate setting time. But it's still too early, and we're still collecting information from the other components of our tax rate. So other than that, unless you have any questions, that's pretty much it in a nutshell.
Well, I did have a couple questions, but go ahead, Kristen.
What is the PD grant expense? Is that fully covered by grants that we actually got, or
Yes.
what?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep. We're required to show the expense and show the revenue.
So in the revenue, the police revenue,
Bill, and your
that's
mic.
the grant that makes it higher than the budget?
Right. So towns are required to do gross budgeting. So whenever you have a grant like that, you have to budget both the revenue for that and the expense. What gets awry is when you receive something mid-year and after your budget is done, then you simply have to add those to it, and it should cover that, which it does. For the diesel grant, just as an example, this came up after the budget was done for this year, but we have the ability to use the 20% match for that truck from the Highway Equipment Fund.
Great. So then I was going through the one for 8/7, and the tax map update was a little 1,400 over budget. What was that?
Right, and the reason for that is you will see that from time to time over budget. We charge for the lot line adjustments because an individual that is making changes to their property when they subdivide it, that's specific to them, and so therefore our GIS company charges us for the work to be done, and we've set a fee schedule for those lot lines that have to be paid by the, by the person requesting or doing the change. So they don't show offset in any of these. They're shown in the revenue for land use.
So, yeah, that was a over budget.
Yep.
Could you bring your mic closer?
That was over budget.
Thank you.
Then I had another on land use economic development, which is on the August, but not on the October. There's something about 1354 over budget on that. It's on the 8/7. It's 0169465999
Oh, that's under police.
Well, this is under land use here, but
Oh, I see what
800?
happened.
is that in the wrong place?
Yeah, no, it just is the way this one sorted. I'll make sure that's corrected. I'd have to look up for
Okay.
that portion why it was over budget, but it's not coming to mind off the top of my head. But I'll get the answer for you.
It says economic development, which isn't even on this October one. Oh, it's down below. It's on the police.
Yeah, it just
there
got
it is.
it just got sorted
Okay, so yeah,
down.
it just got in the wrong
It
place.
got pushed
Now I
down.
understand. Okay,
Yep.
good.
So I'll
Then
get an
the
answer
other
for you.
question, it was under police grant expenses. That was
Yep.
4,190 over.
Right, and
That's the question I asked. and
that's right.
It's covered
That's
by
what you
grants,
asked.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why we put a dollar in it because
see, yeah, yeah.
we know we're going to have some. We actually had, I think it was $8,500 of revenue from that. So it actually exceeded that.
So we only made $1,000 off that?
Generally, we wouldn't make any money. It's usually a pass through. It was probably an anomaly because of someone else doing a program that was lower cost than what we had originally anticipated.
Okay, and then, yeah, what was happening with the health and welfare?
So the welfare officer, so the board had reviewed her workload and determined that she's been part-time salaried for a number of years, and it just wasn't sufficient for the effort that was now out there because there's so few programs available that people were able to take advantage of. So it's putting more burden on the local welfare directors. And so the board increased the hours from 20 to 34 hours for that position. So it's still part-time, but it expanded the salary.
Okay. And then my other question was in the culture and recreation, we didn't expend summer concert or Old Home Day, is that right?
No, Old Home Day has, but at this point, if you look on the new report, that's
Okay.
been expended. But the summer concerts, no, there was no
Concerts.
no, there weren't any.
The
Yep.
Old Home Day treasurer forgot to ask for the, yeah.
Okay. All right.
She found out that she needed to do that.
And the summer concerts, aren't those usually on the island? Is that why?
Well, they were at Tilton
Well-
School the
Oh.
last couple of years, but I
Right.
guess that
Guess they didn't do any this year.
happened this year.
Right.
Okay. Okay, those are just my
Turned out well.
questions.
I have a question about, you were saying the rooms and meals taxes haven't come in yet. Would that be under state revenues?
Yes. Yeah, and it's
Do you
about-
know what our numbers should be this year? Because the latest update is that it's going to be down estimates of business, the state's estimates of business taxes and rooms and meals. Do you know what we should expect to get?
They don't.
You don't know until this
They'll
shows up?
tell us later in October when we're setting the tax rate, but until then we won't really know. I'd heard there was going to be maybe a 10% reduction,
Mm.
but then someone else seemed to think it wasn't going to be that severe. So I haven't seen the final number, but for us, it amounts to about $390,000. So it's pretty significant amount.
The whole thing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Affected.
Yeah.
Well,
And that's why I asked. So I
some
just
of the news
noticed that.
reports I had was that they've lost a lot of Canadian business
Yeah.
this
Oh,
year,
definitely did.
but
Yeah.
it seemed to be actually some of the local business was over expected, so it might make up for it. But Joe Jessamine, thank you for joining us.
I know.
Okay, Christine.
This is not on this year's budget, but next. I saw that the interest rate went down and there's an expected one in December. Is that going to help us out for the next budget?
Yeah, yes. I've budgeted much less in terms of interest, and we don't have any issues with cash flow for any major projects. We've got money set aside for Academy Street. We have money set aside for the Island Bridge. So we don't have to float any particular project, at least any existing project, unless something comes up. And as you know, rates are moderately coming down, and there may be another reduction in December. So in some years when rates have been on the increase, we've locked in early. We're not going to lock in until the very last minute. And this year we waited it out until the end of January. But at that point, we have to lock something in for the year. So. But other years we've locked in as early as I think the end of October, beginning of November, when it was advantageous for the town.
Any other questions for Tim? Well, thank you.
Okay.
I'm sure we'll be seeing you soon.
Yes.
Okay, so we could go on to the minutes for 8/13/25.
August.
So do we still have that other person? I see here there's another person.
Debbie Hamilton?
Yeah, she
She's-
wasn't able to make it tonight. She's
Okay.
going through some,
But she's still in the, okay, so
Yeah,
Yes.
it's a health issue.
I'm in touch with
yeah.
her, yeah.
that's awesome. So we'll have a
Yeah,
full
yeah.
board
Right.
quorums. Gonna have to squeeze her in
I was going to put her between John and Christine.
right on the crack.
What?
Stick right over here.
Yeah, I'll move them over again.
Mr. Chair, make
Yes.
motion to accept the minutes as presented.
We have a
Second.
We have a second. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed? Unanimous.
Abstain.
Great.
I'll abstain.
Abstained? Who's?
I abstained. I wasn't here.
Wasn't
Debbie,
at the
yeah.
meeting. Didn't make it.
I was camping.
Okay. So now we can start. We have you're in front of you. You have a package of the outside agencies.
In the binders, that was how that packet came.
Okay, yeah, this one here.
Yeah,
Which is
And
the,
Stan, I have a
Yeah,
binder.
I'll grab it after. Thank you.
and is that a
anybody-
new agency? Family Promise
Yes.
of Lakes Region?
Yes.
Okay.
And I read all the applications, and that one appears to be the family one, the
Mhm.
binder seems to be a new one that's coming out, but I think it's a part of a larger one. I wasn't really sure.
Okay.
Just something to keep in mind when you actually look at it.
Okay, and this highlighted sheet is what we have. So we could quickly go over this and portion, or do you want to go through these first to see if who we want to bring in to interview? I mean, there's some we could probably, like Old Home Day.
Park Cemetery.
Park Cemetery.
Is that even on here? Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
it is.
It's on here. They went up
Oh, yeah, there it is, yeah.
$4,000
Oh, yeah, it did.
in their request.
The top one, quite an increase. The top
Hmm?
request.
The what?
The
The first
Memorial
item.
Library.
Yeah, well, I feel the same about the library as I always have. I would like to talk to the library and find out what the Park Cemetery needs an extra $4,000.
Okay, I mean, it should be in here,
Yeah,
so, we could probably,
Well, actually, last year they asked and got $10,000 for the Park Cemetery. If you look to the left.
I mean, they've been underfunded for
does
years.
it not say that they got 6,000 last year? Oh, no, I see.
Yeah.
I really like the format of this yellow
Right.
sheet.
I just didn't get it.
Yeah,
I do,
it
it
is.
just
No,
shows
I know, it
the
is.
past
Yeah.
and
Yeah, it's right
Yeah,
here.
it's good.
131, 131,
It's-
131.
Okay.
Oh,
I
these are all
appreciate a
different. I didn't
well-formatted-
realize that these are all different years.
Never
but
mind.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
She's been here.
I was just saying, so I appreciate this yellow sheet, the way it's formatted. It's just easy to see.
It's a good, yeah, it has our history, the
The
history.
history of it,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. What was asked for, what was each time.
Yeah, that's too much. Should
Yeah.
probably at least have the new people come in. The rest, I'd like to look at the packet because we're already familiar with them.
Mhm.
I mean,
So-
unless there's someone we know is just gonna breeze through, I'd like to almost read the packages
Old
Yeah.
Home Day.
and start,
Well, definitely
start
read the
determining that
packages
kind of
first.
thing
Yeah.
next meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah, do
Yeah.
our homework
Yeah,
do our
the
homework before,
and-
yeah.
and then discuss who we want to
Yes,
see.
thank you.
Yeah.
When do we want to meet next?
Let's do it tomorrow.
No. No,
Uh,
no, 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 no,
Fair's
no.
coming.
Yeah, right.
22nd or later, please.
So what, I don't have a,
The next week is the 15th and the 22nd and 29th.
so do you want to do the 22nd?
I
Give us
definitely
a
don't
couple
want to.
weeks to get through
Yes.
these?
But you can't do it till at least the 22nd.
Okay,
Well, that would give you 2
Sounds
weeks
good
to
to me.
read through
Gives us 2
everything.
weeks.
so we will review all these and then come with our recommendations for whatever.
Thank you.
And if any of them that you just want some questions answered, just, if you prefer to do that, I can always send out emails to get those. So instead of having to come all the way in,
Mhm.
especially on the ones that you already know everything, if you just have more of a financial question or something.
So if
Suzanne
we-
was going to compile a list of questions that we had last few years.
Yeah, I'm going to look through the last
and
few
just,
years of interviews and see
and
what
put those in
questions
front
you've
of us to
asked.
say if this looks like that would be something we should, automatically focus on. But
Yeah, I thought if I had a list of the questions you normally ask, and then I could write up a sheet and give you space for any notes you might want or anything like that. And if you have any additional questions, you could throw them in there.
Mhm.
Because you could always expand off those questions too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
did
just
all
get it
these
going.
seem
Just to
complete?
get a base.
Did all these applications seem complete? Because in the past, there's been some that have not
Yeah,
been complete.
CAP came in little by little by little.
Right.
But I think,
Right.
and they're still waiting for their newest. I don't always understand the financials, so I'm not entirely sure if everything's in there. Maybe I should have Tim look at them next time first. But I think that they're all complete.
Okay. Well,
And we can also, if we agree to it, send something to each one of them if they're coming in saying you should probably expect to
Oh,
get this,
That's a
this,
great
and
idea.
this,
Yeah, I could
Not
send
just
them the
something
list.
for us, but something for them. Hey, be prepared with
Yeah.
at least ding, 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 and ding.
Yeah,
And then
that
the
sounds good.
details for each one will be different, but
that sounds.
and same if, for the ones that say you want to do more extensive interview, if you know that I can send it
Mhm.
to that particular, I can have a set list that this is what they normally expect, and then from you, they're also going to want this, this, and that.
Mhm.
So, write out your stuff.
That sounds good.
Does anybody else need a new binder? No, okay.
I don't know.
I gave, most of you guys got new ones last year, so
This is good enough for me.
yeah, if you want to keep that, that's fine. I just use those as a way to keep it organized.
Brought my big red one back.
Okay. Any other business?
Yeah, it's almost 30 minutes.
Huh?
Almost 30 minutes.
Thank you, Jesus.
Joe, so you're the Lockmere representative? No, great, thank you. Nice to be complete.
Yeah, this is the first year we're going to have all 7 spots filled. So,
Yeah.
well, since I've been here.
And then last year, while John was on vacation, he was able to zoom in.
Mhm.
Was there something like, could he not vote, or is there something he could or couldn't? Was there something you could or couldn't do because you were on Zoom?
No, when they're on Zoom, you have to do a roll call vote
Oh, all right,
versus an
yeah,
all in
okay.
favor. That's
So
the
if
only
you if you're
difference.
super busy, or if anybody needs to, I would imagine that would help.
Yep.
I think you can only Zoom if you cannot be here. Like if I'm busy at home, I think I don't have that option. It's
Yeah,
only when
busy's
you're
busy,
away, you know?
yeah, yeah.
We
I
don't
forget
all,
what the regulations
I
are.
think for
we
the,
don't all take vacations like John.
We'd like to.
Leave it tomorrow for my next one.
Was she camping at the last one? Just thrown out.
Could be camping. Yeah, I'll say I'm camping.
No Zoom
Spain's a lot
calls at
different than,
camp.
you know, the Caribbean. I'll bring my laptop outside. I'm camping. I can't be there. I was camping.
Okay. We will entertain a motion.
Motion to adjourn.
Second, oh, second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Hi.
Going now.
Opposed?
Thank you.
Flying out tomorrow. Wedding that we're going to in North Carolina. on
The
Saturday.
22nd at 6 p.m.
Sunday morning at 6
Okay.
night, Christine.
Added